Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Lumley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for July 1st to the 13th, July 1st to the 5th. The main feature of this period will be a subtropical ridge covering the east central states. And we have a fairly strong ridge here, 594 DM over the eastern Pacific. And we have this upper vortex here over the Aleutians, the Gulf of Alaska that will sing south, and this will maintain this trough here across the northwest. And you're looking at the GFS, and I'm going through the days here, and we come to the 5th. We don't see much of a change. Perhaps maybe this ridge weakens according to the GFS, and then we look at the rest of the models. They're in general agreement, just showing some differences in the strength here of this ridge. But this trough remains in place. We have this upper ridge over the east central states. Now, during this period, models are indicating an upper disturbance forecast track westward across the southeast during the weekend, and then along the Gulf Coast early next week, reaching Texas by next week at this time. This poses the threat of locally heavy rain along the Gulf Coast into the middle of next week. Rain is forecast from the plains to the Great Lakes along a front. Locations along the Gulf Coast will experience one or more days of significant rainfall, and hot and humid conditions are forecast for the east, with anomalies of 15 to 20 degrees are possible. July 4th to the 8th. We're going to go here to the 6th. A broad ridge is forecast to cover much of the nation. Look at the strength here. This is GFS. This is strongest ridge I've seen in a while here over the east, 594 DM. And then you look at the rest of the models. You can see this ridge covering much vast area of the nation. We have a ridge here, and we have a trough covering the northwest, western Canada. And we go to the 8th. Now the ridge kind of like shifts westward a little bit, but still covering the core of the ridge will be here, but covering much of the nation with above normal heights. And we look at the rest of the models, they're good agreement. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures here. Forecast anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees below normal, and above normal temperatures are forecast for a majority of the nation, and forecast anomalies of 6 to 12 degrees above normal. The greatest anomalies will be across this region here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here and for this region. And the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. Above normal precipitation is forecast here. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. Now for July 9th to the 13th. Here's the 9th. Now, here's the 9th. Now, a strong ridge is forecast over the southwest in this period, but this is GFS still showing this ridge covering most of the nation. And this upper trough here kind of slides westward. And then we come to the 13th. Now you can see like we have this 594 DM ridge here. A little bit of a tendency for a trough across this area, but I think it'll be fairly weak. This according to the GFS. And then we look at the rest of the models. They're keeping like a ridge here with above normal heights across much of the nation. This European ensembles, which brings the ridge to the center of the nation, the core of it, but still above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures again for most of the nation. This is the European ensembles, and I'm forecasting anomalies of up to 12 degrees above normal, and the greatest anomalies will be across this area here. Maybe this might be a little bit still too high for this region here, but generally above normal temperatures. You got the idea. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, and for the southern plains, probability of occurrence 35 to 45%, and we have above normal precipitation here due to monsoonal flow for portions of the Four Corners region, and for this area here, and the probability of occurrence is 45 it's supposed to be 35 to 45%. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for July 1st to 13th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.